Hey guys, what's up? Tuesday stream. Every Tuesday, come out here, show off all the cool new books and merch that we got. Guys, it's gonna be a long episode, so sit in, get ready, get comfy because we got a lot of stuff to cover. First off, we got Amazing Spider-Man Torn. Actually, I don't have to do that anymore. I'll just carry it. We got a new stand, by the way. More of our customers, Pachuco, got it for us. It's really cool. It's a stand. It's a Wham stand. They're really cool. I love it a lot. Thank you, Pat. So, Amazing Spider-Man Torn is set in the early days of Spider-Man. Kind of during the period where he's at Empire State University. This will introduce a new villain in his history. Plus, it shows off his dynamic between Gwen, Mary Jane, and Harry Osborn. It's really cool. It gives a little bit more background about Peter and all the stuff that's been going on in his early days before he became big time Spider-Man. I think it's in canon. I'm not sure yet. We probably won't know until like later on in the series, but we'll find out eventually. Next up from Marvel, we have a lot of Marvel books this week, is Amazing X-Men from Marvel Comics. Amazing X-Men is part of the Age of Revelation series. Ooh, did I not grab a book? Actually, ooh, 1 second. Ooh, I'm back. Part of the Age of Revelation, which I should have covered all in one shot, but I won't. Amazing X-Men takes place right from the Age of Revelation one shot. This showcases Cyclops and Beast, who've both been time displaced in the far future now, in which a world in which Revelation has taken over, and how they have to survive and live and go back and fix the entire problem that's been happening with their world. Really cool. Everyone that has X-Men on regular objective X-Men, this is in your pull list. That's the new book for the next 3 months. Next up is Binary from Marvel Comics, also part of the World of Revelation. If you had Jean Grey in your pull list, it is in your folder. This is the Jean Grey, the Phoenix replacement book for 3 months. Binary is Carol Danvers. She has taken over the power of the Phoenix Force after Jean has died during the Age of Revelation. And she protects the last remaining humans that have not been wiped out from Revelation. It's really cool, and kind of what she does is a really cool surprise villain that I love a lot in this book. If you're going to pick up some books, I definitely recommend this one. I love it. It's Carol, who's one of my favorite female heroes, and it's a really cool villain that's in there that I really love a lot. That showcases in this book. Again, I'm a sucker for Age of Apocalypse, and it's a cool homage to it so far. Next up is DCKO from DC Comics. DCKO is the big DC event, guys. Make sure you fill out brackets. We have our bracket poster in the store, which I will be note taking on every month as rounds come out. So yeah, definitely fill out brackets. Tell me what you guys think. I can't wait to see what everyone thinks, who's going to win and stuff like that. It is a all you can fight tournament. Also, it's all out tournament. It's not. So everyone that thinks this is going to be like a battle royale, it's not that. It's not Dragon Ball Super. It's not a traditional tournament arc. It's a tournament in the sense of the old English term tournament. So each round will have different things they have to do to complete to win in different matches. Really cool. I can't wait. It's all for the Battle of the Hard Apocalypse. It's all who's going to be the King Omega. And cool 4 fighters that people don't know, but me and Brianna have been knowing for months. And I cannot wait to tell everyone who they are when they read this issue. I cannot wait. So yeah, that's DCKO in a nutshell. You should really pick this book up. I definitely picked this book up. Next up from Image Comics is Death to Pachuco.
Death to Pachuco.
Thank you. Brianna. In the back. Death to Pachuco. Set in LA during the 1940s. It is about the mix between the Zoot Suit riots back in the day, plus a rise of racism as they the rise of the Klan out west, as there is a ongoing case of a very highfalutin Mexican gangster who has died, and there is a case around his death, and a private eye goes after him to figure out what happened. While this family is being accused of his death, their daughter's going to jail and trying to solve it. It's a mix between crime noir and historical fiction, kind of merged together because they take real world facts and real world events and they tie it into the story. So if you are cool, if you like history, or if you like crime thrillers and crime noirs, this is a great book to read about. Thank you, Brianna, for correcting me. I will forget all week. Next up is Deluge from Initiative Press. Deluge is about all-female prison. I will leave it at that for a second. Deluge, because the problem is I can't say what the book is because it doesn't happen to the last 2 pages of the book. It's set in a women's prison, and it's a horror story. I cannot tell you really much more because the entire book sets up for those last like 2 to 3 pages. The things I can tell you about, it's a women's prison that's about to be flooded because of a bad rainstorm that's coming in. The back 2 pages kind of explain the back end of the story, and I really cannot tell you what happens because that will spoil the entire thing. If you look at the cover, kind of get some hints about what's about to happen. But if you like things like Orange is the New Black and want more crime, if you like Oz, and if you like The Wire, and if you like cosmic horror stuff, you should definitely pick this book up. I cannot spoil the ending, but it's a really great book, and this press is putting out really cool stuff lately. Next up is Disavowed from Massive. It's really from Devil's Due mixed and Massive Publishing. Disavowed is a pache on G.I. Joe. For all the extent you can take it. But it's about a young boy who finds his father's gun in a closet and realizes that his father is part of this whole secret, like, G.I. Joe program, and then signs up for himself. Why and how his father died is really, really cool. That's the crux of the story. If you like G.I. Joe, this is the mature version of G.I. Joe for adults. That people are now fans when they're younger. That are now adults that think the comic like it's a little bit too kiddish. This goes all out. They can go all out with violence. It clearly is a pache of G.I. Joe, 100%. But it is a pache and love letter to G.I. Joe for G.I. Joe fans by G.I. Joe fans. It's really cool. Definitely pick this book up. Next up is The Guy in the Chair from Dark Horse Comics. Guy in the Chair is about a man who's the guy in the chair. If you guys don't know, the guy in the chair is a trope in most like action movies, where it's the guy that kind of tells the agent what to do from behind the scenes. They're the tech guy. Ned Lee, if you guys don't know, they made a joke of it in all the Spider-Man films with Ned Lee's being the guy in the chair. Anyway, there's about the guy in the chair and his operative. He's part of an organization that the operaters, that's who are out in the field, and the guys in the chair can never meet in real life. And he's in love, or he has feelings for his actual agent, his operative that he works for, and he struggles with that. And then something crazy happens, and again, these are where like the back couple of pages are like the big twist of the story. The rest of the story is really great before that too, where you get to meet the guy in the chair and how the entire organization works and what they do and how operations work. Really cool if you like super spy stuff, James Bond, Mission Impossible, the Bourne movies, all that is great, but from the perspective of the guy in the chair and all the other nerds that hang out with him. Then the back twist is really cool. Again, another book that I cannot really tell you a lot about until you read it, because there's a big cool twist at the end. Next up is Harley and Elvira from Dynamite Comics, and I don't know what else to say about that book besides the title. Set in its own continuity, clearly. Harley and Elvira live in the same live in the same universe. It's funny, it's quirky, it's weirdly sexy for some reason. There's a lot of butt jokes in this. I know why. Y'all know why. I can't say why because other platforms will not allow me to say things. Really funny, over the top. It's the Palmatis at their best. Writing classic Harley. I love this. This book's funny. It's just funny. It's old school Harley. Again, like I said, it's a raunchy comedy. It's a Elvira raunchy comedy. It's a Harley raunchy comedy. If you like raunchy comedies, it's a great book. Next up is High Strangeness from Oni Press. High Strangeness is fantastic. If you guys don't know what High Strangeness is a term in ufology about when things that really bizarre stuff that happens in ufology, it's unexplained. Like things like the Men in Black, or the manifestation of smoke in a hallway, stuff like that. Weird stuff that shouldn't happen. The appearance of shadow people, stuff like that. This book is about that, all about and it's kind of a parody on John Keel. John Keel, if you guys don't know, is the guy who wrote about High Strangeness. He's also the guy who wrote the Mothman Prophecies, and which is all about the Mothman. This is a parody, not parody, but like an homage to him, with the lead character being an homage to John Keel, as he is investigating a UFO story that turns into a kidnapping, and all the weirdness that goes along with it. It's really cool if you like spooky sci-fi, horror stuff, and conspiracy, UFO stuff like I do. definitely pick this book up. It's actually definitely pick this book up. Next up is Laura Kinney Sabretooth from Marvel Comics and more of the World of Revelation. Age of Revelation. Laura Kinney Sabretooth now. And she works for Revelation, but this entire issue is about her trying to save her son. She has a son. This is also 10 years later, guys, so don't be weird about it. We don't know who the father is. I think I figured out who the father is, and I don't like that that's the father. It's about Laura trying to save her child, from Revelation because he hasn't manifested his powers yet. And now it's up to Gabby and Dakin to go take care of him. It's a really cool book. If you're reading Laura Kinney, Wolverine, this is the sister book. This is the book you're getting for the next 3 months. It's Laura being top notch. She's a mom now. She's the overprotective mom. And then eventually it's going to be her versus her dad. I like the family dynamics of the story a lot. It's what I love about Laura Kinney Wolverine. What I like about Laura Kinney Sabretooth so far is the same thing. It's about the Wolverine family and how they operate in the Marvel Universe. This is just them operating in the Age of Revelation. I love this book a lot. Next up is Longshots, also from the Age of Revelation. This book doesn't have a correlated title, but Longshots is a fun comedy book. It's about Mojo trying to make money in a TV show during the Age of Revelation when a lot of people have died and there's not a lot of mutants left. There's not a lot of big names left because they're all off doing a bunch of other things. Really funny, over the top. It's about Hellcat and her team of Wonder Man and Rhino and Bishop and I forgot who else. Kraven the Hunter on the team. It's weird and goofy and over the top funny. It's what you expect with Mojo. It's fun. If you want a kind of lighthearted book, not lighthearted because there's a lot of violence in this book. If you want a cool, weird, Gwenpool-ish book, Jeff the Landshark style, not for kids, but Deadpool style book, you definitely pick this book up. Next up is Marian Heretic. You want to correct me?
Marian.
Thank you. Marian Heretic. You can just correct me, I couldn't pronounce the name. Anyway, so set a world in which she is a nun that hunts witches, works for a form of a church that recognizes only 3 facets of God, which is the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. The reason why she's called a heretic is because she prays to a 4th version, which is the Mother, which deems her a witch. They think she's a witch, and now she's come face to face with those consequences. Really cool book. If you liked, I forgot the show. It was Nun Warrior or something like that. It's an old comic book.
Warrior Nun.
Warrior Nun. Thank you. Was a comic, became a TV show on Netflix. Very much that. This is more spiritual, more focused on herself. Really cool action set pieces. Really cool story dynamic as she tries to figure out whether or not she should stay with the church, even though she still carries the branding as the heretic. Really cool action story. Fantastic from start to finish. Next up is Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts. Part of the Black, White, and Red series. This is all about different Marvel horror heroes doing what they do best. Told in the style of Black, White, and Red. Kind of emphasize all the craziness and the blood and the violence in it. Really over the top. Love these. These are all anthology series. If you want a cool spooky read or something just to get into Marvel Comics for the first time, really great read to pick up. Next up is Mary Sue from Boombox or Boom Studios. Mary Sue is about a young girl who writes fan fiction and gets that fan fiction blown up in her face because she's getting bullied about it. What's funny about this book is that it is a complete critique on the idea of fan fiction and this idea of self-inserts and the idea of Mary Sue's. If you guys don't know, Mary Sue is it's the female version of the perfected character. Normally they're over the top, they're overpowered, they are normally self-inserts for the writer. They can do anything, they can solve any problem at any time. They always start off as an outcast, even though they shouldn't be an outcast in their world. And they're overly beautiful, or they're overly beautiful, but they feel like they're ugly. It's a weird, the male counterpart is a Gary Stu. Mostly seen in fanfiction circles, and normal literature when actual writers get called out for doing it. This is about a young girl who's actually I don't want to say the word because if I say it, it's going to spoil the book. But there's a reason why it's called Mary Sue, and it's about this young girl and her kind of self-insert character that she's writing in this kind of supernatural parody fandom group. And I won't spoil the ending. It's a really cool book. This is a slow burn book, so a lot of it's set up to those final pages of the book. And there's no actual rhyme or reason why those final pages happen the way they happen. That's how the rest of the books will roll out. Really fun, really cool. As someone that wrote fanfiction when they were a teenager, I love this kind of critique on it. It's a really cool thing. If you are a comic book fan that's been a fan for a long time, since you were a teenager, you definitely wrote fanfiction or wrote stuff or played stuff with your friends. This is a critique on that. I love it a lot. Next up is Marvel Knights Punisher, or Marvel Knights The World to Come Punisher. Set in the world to come. This is set before that book, so don't worry. If you're not reading one, you can read the other without it. This is just more Marvel Knights. As Punisher is back in business and is captured by a new rival, and what happens to Punisher when he's under control of a bunch of villains, and why is this set in the world to come. It's really cool. It's Punisher at its bloodiest. It's old man Punisher. It's really dope from start to finish. It's a fantastic action piece. Next up is Red Book by Dark Horse Comics. More weird alien stuff this week. Red Book is the sequel and companion book to Blue Book. Red Book is sequel and companion book to Blue Book. Red Book is the Russian version of Blue Book. Really cool book. As it deals with a bunch of different Russian UFO stories and high strangeness stories. Really cool. It expands further from what Blue Book did, where Blue Book was just a lot of American ones. This is all Russian and a lot of foreign ones too. Really cool. It also explains what the Russian program is too. Great. If you love Blue Book, you definitely pick this book up. If you like weird UFO stuff, definitely pick this book up. Next up from Marvel is Return of the Planet Hulk. This one shot is to celebrate the 25 years of Planet Hulk, written by Greg Pak. The story is set during Planet Hulk. It's just really cool, crazy stuff. If you guys don't know what Planet Hulk is, Hulk was shot into space by the Illuminati on a way to kind of like make sure that he was not a threat to Earth anymore. That he found peace. By accident, he landed on Sakaar. Sakaar is a war planet, and he became the king of the planet. Now he's a war breaker. Kind of how it works. This is just a story set during that time period. Really cool. Expands on it. If you're a fan of it, cool. If you're not, and you didn't read it, or you couldn't read it, this is a cool Hulk story set before all the crazy body horror stuff that's happening right now. Definitely pick this book up. Next up is Something is Killing the Children. A monster walks in the bar. That is from Hello Darkness. I forgot what issues from Hello Darkness, but it's the anthology story that was playing out in Hello Darkness, all collected in a series. It's about Erica as she is on a case, monster hunting. Really cool. If you are reading Something Killing Children, you should read it. It definitely is in canon. Definitely got this one shot, this miniseries. It works. Next up is Strange Tales. Strange Tales is a miniseries from Marvel Comics, all about horror and spookiness. Not in canon, I can guess ish. Really cool horror book. If you're looking for spooky stuff to get into Marvel, definitely a book to pick up. I know I'm speedrunning some of these because some of these are just one shots I'm trying to get through. Next up is Supercreep Show. This is Creep Show with a superhero homage. That's what the cover is, Batman Dark Knight. 3 stories in it. One's a parody of Death of Superman. The other parody, one is a parody of the Hulk, and one is a parody of Hulk. I can't remember the second book. I'll have to check now. Oh, I should remember that one. 90s Image. Really fun, really cool. Cool horror takes about a lot of them. Some really cool twist. I love the Superman one a lot. Fantastic book. If you are reading Creepshow, you should really pick this up. If you just like horror books and you want a horror book with a superhero twist, which is normally never really done, this is really done properly, and I like this a lot. I definitely pick this book up. Next up is Temporal from Mad Cave Studios. Temporal is about we have discovered time travel, and it's about a family who's like kind of like in retirement, who used to kind of like commit time crimes in order to make stuff happen in the future. They kind of kept the temporal line in check. Think TVA from Marvel, the TV, not the TV show, actual comic book. Now that they're finding out that they can do a lot more with time travel, and it's about a mother trying to appease her family using time travel. It's really cool. It's a really cool family story. I like the fact that she's about to use it just because she wants to get something for her son's birthday, which will then cause probably a whole bunch of stuff to happen. Really cool story. If you want cool sci-fi story stuff, it's a great story to pick up. And finally, we have from Marvel, The World of Revelation from Marvel Comics, part of the Age of Revelation. World of Revelation is the entire kind of what is going on with the other factions of superheroes that exist in the Marvel Universe that's not going to be covered in any of the other X-Men books. This covers the Young Avengers, this covers the Fantastic Four, and this covers, I don't want to spoil it because it's about a character we don't know what happened in the Age of Revelation, but an X-Men character that something happened during the Age of Revelation too. But it's really cool, really twisted, really sad for a lot of them because it is Age of Revelation. Really cool book though. This is like a kind of cornerstone. Like, hey, the rest of the Marvel universe is also affected, but we can't cancel the entire line at this point. And that is it for our signals. Let's jump into our trades. We have Eddie Brock Carnage, Volume 1. Eddie Brock Carnage, spinning out of Venom War. Eddie needs a symbiote, and a symbiote needs a host, and Carnage needs a host, and the two of them make a deal. And you think that, Carnage is going to be the protector. It's not that simple, as Carnage has a hit list out of the Marvel's greatest heroes and villains in order to steal their power to get more power himself, and he's using Eddie as his proxy. And whether or not Eddie wants to go with it, along with it, he has to in order to keep his son and the rest of the Marvel Universe alive. It's really cool. It's really violent. It's Carnage at his best and Eddie at his worst. Next up is TMNT Naruto. This is from IDW and Viz Media. A crossover I didn't think would actually work, but it works so well. Two awesome franchises combining. Just like most crossovers, these are fun, over the top, best of what they are as character stories. Plot, really cool, really thin, but awesome story overall. I love it. I'm a fan of Naruto. I'm a fan of the Turtles. It's a great book. This cover in particular is actually the direct market version. You can only get these in comic shops. And finally, we have Bug Wars, which I think is only... How long was Bug Wars? 10, right? Yeah. Bug Wars from Image Comics. This is the first half. That's what I was double checking. This is the first half of Bug Wars, right?
Oh yeah, it was the first part was 6.
Okay, cool. So I'll make sure it's half. This is the first half of Bug Wars. Bug Wars mixes Conan and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids together. It's about a young man who figures out that by touching something magical in his old parents' house, he shrinks down to a level of a bug, and it discovers a whole fantasy world underneath his feet. It's really cool dynamic about two brothers struggling with the death of their father. It's a story about a young man coming into his own, all mixed with sword and sorcery and magic and shrinking and growing and bugs. Really cool story. Definitely check this book out. It's actually one of my favorite Image stories. It's actually premiered last year at New York Comic Con. I found out about this book. So yes. And guys, that is it. You can head over to our website, androidscomics.com. We're putting books on there at all times. You can check us out on Instagram and X at androids_comics and androidscomics, where we put up stuff that doesn't make the show, stuff that's going on in town, all the fun stuff. And guys, I actually won't see you next week. I will be on vacation. So, yeah. But you can remember to hit us up and email us. Brianna got this. So, I will see you guys in 2 weeks after my vacation. See you then.